Yes, we are back again in Train Sim World number 5. Not for much longer. Back again on the Long Island Railroad Commuter, where we're starting out here in a train. It's behind me, I can't remember what number it was. Going from Rokinome, that place, to New York Penn. And we'll be going to some other places as well. And that's what I'm doing. If you're watching us... What? Hang on, I'll start that again. Excuse me, Baldy. If you're watching this on YouTube, hello. This is going out on maybe a Saturday, but it could be like a Tuesday or Thursday, because we're getting very close to the release of Train Sim World 6, and I've got to be careful not to put too much content out. There'll be links in the doobly-doo below to where you can get this route. There'll be a link down there to the Twitch page where you can watch me live on Twitch 6 days of the week doing all sorts of things, including trains, and a link down there to the Discord server as well. It's a 3, I think, that we're in, and we're currently 3 minutes late. Good evening to Trent and Sim. You were beaten, Sim. To Nigel. Hello, Nigel. I'm sat here with a G&T. It's rather warm. And to Connor as well, and to Nico. Right, let's get back on board. I shall get in my cupboard. Sit down. I deleted some of my controls before the stream, so this is going to go well. I thought I was deleting the throttle one for the reverse, so I deleted the buttons instead. Right, so we'll see if we actually do move now. No. I've charged the brakes. Or is this the button he charged? See, it started well, hasn't it? Hang on. Charge brakes. There we go. Fine. I found the button now. There we go. Now we should be good. Maybe. We're going. There's movement. Yeah, we started strongly. Forgot how to drive the train. What do you expect from me? I'm just going to do that. That's that done. Oh, wow, that was a signal. Yeah, so I deleted the controls before I started the stream, thinking it was my throttle. And I deleted the reverser, but I didn't. I actually deleted the buttons I use. So it's going well. Profiteroles. So it is just a dash to New York Penn, but I thought this would give us a chance to do the whole line, and then we'll come back out of New York Penn and go into some other places. There's no professionally that one. An ism. You got an ism. So it looks like we're in express because we're going to Mineola, and I'm guessing it'll be Jamaica. Hi Stokey, and then into NY Penn. Is there an NY pencil? Pro Fez Inol ism. No, it doesn't make any sense. It's quite rapid for a regional train. Speeding is happening. This probably won't like this, being American. You're not allowed to speed. Where we're going, we don't need speed. How is Steve on a Tuesday? Good. All good in the hood. Your favourite professional streamer, are they not on? Are things supposed to make sense? No. If things start making sense, there's definitely something wrong. It is weird doing American trains, because you get so used to with the non-American stuff, you know, the British ones. That's the ones I was trying to think of, where you're sat on the other side of the train. So in American trains, they sit on the same side we drive on, In British trains, we sit on the same side they drive on. Whose idea was that? See a bit of a miscommunication somewhere along the line. Hi, Michael. I think I made Michael slightly explode today. I should really remove that picture. How was the worky Monday? Was it a good Monday? Boston. I've done Boston. This is my favourite American route because it's commutery. I like commutery stuff. Commutery stuff is good. Thanks, Trent. Cheers, buddy. There's a glimmer of hope for me this afternoon. That has been, well, squashed now. See, we should be stopping at those stations, but we clearly don't seem to be. And we've not sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye. No, we've not seen a single other train yet. Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye. 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was open, the birds began to sing. It could have been cooked very well, could they? If when the pie was open, the birds began to sing. So you've cooked a pie, but the birds are still alive. That doesn't make any sense. You obviously, if the bird's singing, you need to put it back in the oven for a bit, didn't you? I've been in the sun too long. I didn't spend much time outside today, actually. How's the LIRR train? We've just gone in a straight line so far for about 4 miles, so all good. Did I stuff the bird correctly? Well, there's a sentence. Braking. Some braking's happening. I've got to judge the efficiency of the brakes in the LIRR Commuter. At least I've started off with the M3, which is the least nannying one. So we'll try and do all the bits of the routes if we can. We'll see if we can go down to Long Island. Was the bird cooked for being stuffed? We'd like to think so. Is it a short island? I actually looked on Google today to see where this route ran. And it's where the Hamptons and that are, isn't it, down there? It's very posh, where all New Yorkers have got a weekend retreat going to the Hamptons. I don't think I've ever had iced tea. We have arrived 3 minutes late, but you know, we're here. It's the turning up that's important. Doors are opening on the right hand side of the train. If you're going to get off the train, get off here. If you're not getting off the train, then stay on it, you fool. Locking doors. No one actually got on or off. Ice cubes in after a... We can't make a cup of tea and then just plonk some ice cubes in it, surely. That's not how it works, is it? In iced tea without milk, you can't have, like, put a cup of tea in the fridge. It's not really the same, is it? Just one of those things when I've been out, it's like, for fancy a soft drink, it'll be something like Ribena or like Oasis. I wouldn't dream of having an iced tea. Probably very nice. Tea plus ice cubes equals iced tea. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Peach tea is... No! Be like those people that drink the flipping herbal teas. It's not. No! If I can't dip a chocolate biscuit in it, it's not tea. Hi, Amy Lou. Right, we've now got a 7-mile run to Hillside. Iced tea is a tea made cold, hence the ice. You can, but it will be cold. Galaxy chocolate digestives. I've still got some chocolate digestives in the fridge. I did buy the bag of Maltesers I bought on Saturday. I only had about half a dozen last night. I was very well behaved. Lipton lemon. Is that lemon iced tea? Need to try bubble tea. I was going to do that in Southsea, but the bubble tea place is shut down. This is what's in tea. Water and ice with optional additions for customization. Oh, tea, water and ice. Otherwise, you've just got ice water. It's like, it's not, you're not having tea, it's just water. Isn't it tapioca balls? Then someone put balls in your tea and make it bubble tea. I was intrigued by it. That's the sort of thing I'd like to try. I'm not going to say the website we showed Ed today. I'm sure he's on it now ordering. It's the guy from Sheffield. Alright, Sheffield. I went to Sheffield. Is Sheffield the place? Is that the one with the big, like, silvery thing outside the train station? Was that Sheffield? I've been there, I'm sure. Well, Trent. Anyway, we're in a train. Silver waterfall ball. I don't know what it's called. I didn't ask its name. No, I didn't do trams in Sheffield. You've got bubble tea you drink hot. Well, you need to try it. I think I need to try things. I saw the sorted food video today. Other food channels are available with Ghanese cooking. That was slightly interesting. I've always fancied trying like Jamaican, like jerk chicken and stuff. I like something with a bit of spice. The waterfall thing. Oh, there we go. He's finally caught up. Oh, God, there's a sentence. Prepare to whisk away on a flavoured journey with our blue raspberry popping boba drink. This riveting tea-based beverage brings you the unique tastes and textures of a cherished Taiwanese tradition. Now conventionally ready to drink whenever you fancy a burst of extraordinary flavour. That was definitely some words. Words don't come easy to me. Tonight's stream brought to you by Balls. It comes with a wee straw. We've got a wee down the straw. I'll take some aim. So yes, when this goes on YouTube, this will be one of the last videos, I think, before Train Sim World 6. Because I'm that far ahead on YouTube. I may even know this weekend the details of Train Sim World 6. I won't be able to share them with you just yet, though. If I'd have been going to the Dovetail get-together this Thursday and Friday, I would have definitely known that I'm not going. There's another train. They do exist. They are a thing. There's a. I could join a thingy they're doing at 2 o'clock on Thursday afternoon. What good is that to me? Oh, okay. Sounds interesting. Amsterdam's on that list of places I want to go. Not for the nightlife, but it does seem as though it's a rather nice place to wander around. I said that video I posted recently with the guy doing the little ferry things that you can hand crank. I think that would be quite an interesting thing to do. I imagine based on his video. Now lots of people are turning up and doing them. I could say I've got a meeting I need to attend. Everyone's in Teams meetings. I could just join that. I was thinking about it. My boss is on holiday after tomorrow, so I might just say I'm taking a late lunch. You have to join on my phone though, is the only pain. Right, lots of braking. Yeah, I have to install Discord on my laptop, and yeah, can't do that. I'll see. Oh, cool. That does sound interesting. Right, we have now arrived, or arriving at, Hillside Facility, Platform A. The Sausage Hotel in Germany. Well, go then. I'm at Bone. There's that model railway thing in Germany, and it looks amazing. Wunderland, or it's called. £300 a night for that room. Blimey, you have to have a couple of good friends, wouldn't you? Right, doors are opening at this place. As we make our way towards New York Penn. Other writing implements are available. 6 months, we can buy a few friends. I don't know that many people. We've got dwindling numbers for Doncaster. I originally booked a table for 18. I think we'll be able to get us all around a table of 4 at this rate. Right. Jamaica. No, she went of her own accord. It is a long one. Well, I should imagine how busy it probably gets going into New York. Imagine these at rush hour, or like coming out at like 6 p.m. I should imagine this is one of those routes that's busy all the time. Or can you imagine the one going down to Long Island on like a Friday night, which is down to the coast? Which is where we'll try and go next. I like this. I like the fact that they brought out the original route and then extended it. I wish they'd do that with more routes. It'll give us an original route and then give us an extension to the route, which I know we're getting with the London one. See, New York doesn't appeal to me. I like to walk across the Brooklyn Bridge, yes. Coming out into the sticks like this, that appeals to me more. Alright, we got 20 limit. Well, we don't know what we're going to be getting with Train Sim World 6. Staten Island and Brooklyn. Yeah, or down where this goes. Go out to like the Hamptons, sort of Long Island. Your mum did Route 66. Well, there's that person I watched the content on that did Route 66 and at like non-standard diners along the way. It looked amazing. A woman at work did part of Route 66 earlier in the year. like 3 weeks in America. Statue of Liberty, nah, again, very touristy. Empire State Building doesn't interest me. Yeah, you know, walking across Brooklyn Bridge, one of those iconic things. The what's the raised walkway thing? That's the old train line. That looks quite interesting to wander along. New York at Christmas. Yeah, I can imagine, because Americans just seem to go all out for the holidays, don't they? But everything, they only shut for like Christmas Day, and then it's all open again because they don't have Boxing Day like we do. You did the Empire State at night. Yeah. I'm not really a touristy location person. I don't like... Red. Thank you, Nigel. I wouldn't have spotted that. Actually, I wouldn't have done. I was concentrating on the stopping. It is route. Apart from when it's route. Yeah, Route 66. Yet the same word they pronounce as route. That Amazing Race that I watch where they say route info. No, it's route. Yeah, I noticed that actually, that they say it. It's Route 66. Yeah, but that's the same word you're using for everything else. Actually gained a bit of time back there. We're only a minute late. We have stopped at Jamaica. Hang on, that person just walked on the train. The doors aren't open on the... How are you getting on? I only opened the doors on this side. People are walking through doors. Oh, that's hit a thing. Hey. Lots of tracks here. I'm actually on time as well. Lock doors. Super X-ray powers. Right, Woodside. Oh, we got a race. Hopefully they're not going the same place that I'm going. I'm guessing not by the track that they're on. Yeah, it depends on the time of day as well. I tried to find a commuter time for this route, but this was like the earliest there was coming back into New York. I didn't want to just start at New York Penn. I thought we'd come into it from the end. Hang on, is this the Long Island? Is this the one with the last like mile is at 5 miles an hour as we cross that bridge? Is that this one? Don't ask you where. Where is it, Trent? Trent had one of those birthday cake sandwiches today, for those that aren't in the Discord. The one that Tesco's sell. What did he say it was like eating? I can't remember what he said it was like eating now. It was like jam with just some icing or something. Somewhere over the rainbow. A jam sandwich. Right, with the other train Obviously a Vamooshed going somewhere else. But we're not doing that. We're carrying on this way. We've still got another 20. It said it's a 44-minute route. Who had a Victoria Sponge the other day? I'm trying to, you know, cut down on what I eat, and there's people having cakes and all sorts of nice food. It's just not fair. Camp Colin. Yeah, I never heard of it. And the 80s, exactly. I wasn't around for either of those, obviously. You know, being born in 1999 and all that. It's a really good route, this. I do like it because it's commutery. It just doesn't, still, what words? It just still doesn't feel very alive. Oh yeah, don't forget Rod, Jane and Freddie. They were an odd, well, we can't tell what they were doing. 1969, no. Not that old. Does it feel alive with the sound of music?
The hills are alive.
No, it doesn't. You like old men, and you cannot lie. I'm done with people young enough to be my son. I don't need any more children in my life. I certainly learned that from the last few years. Alright. 60 mile an hour. So yeah, so we've done Rokanoma do 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 Manamana do 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 Manamana. Yes, but you're not so involved in my life, are you, Trenty? You're an important part of my life, but not to the same degree. Anyway, what was I saying? I can't remember now. Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, we've done the Rokanoma to the New York pennies, and we're now going to try and go out to Long Island, which I always thought was California. What was that from? Was that the OC? That got held because you put Cracker Jack, apparently, chef lad. If I had a choice, I'd have a son or daughter. Son. Found out through the joys of, is it Snapchat? WhatsApp. My ex, who I knew had one child, apparently got two. Anyway. She looks really old as well. And really fat. Which is quite funny. Oh, braking. Yeah, it's a profile photo. Kids make you look old. I know! Look at pictures of me from 2 years ago and pictures of me now. I've been aged. Not anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, we are shortly arriving at Woodside, platform 3B. As I've said before, I wouldn't change the last 2.5 years. I do still miss the little weirdo. But onwards. Onwards! Braking. Wait, 24 to 26 waste. Jesus Christ, I've been a 24 or 26 waste since I was about 15. I got a photo of me somewhere. I don't know where it is in the house. When I was 21, which was only 5 years ago, obviously. And bloody hell was I thin. Doors are unlocking. My hair was quite wild then as well. Wait until 12:23. Right, Baldy hunt. Let's get out my cupboard. Imagine sitting there. That's not a lot of leg room, is it? How could you fit in there? It's like, nope, won't be using those seats then. Have we got a Baldy? Baldy, 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 Baldy. Hello, Baldy. How you doing? How you doing? Woodside. You know, Billy Joel song that mentions Woodside, because he was from Long Island, or still lives in Long Island, I think. Any wood there? We didn't look, did we? Well, Michael thinks about the picture that I posted earlier. There may be some. Like I said, trees are made of wood, therefore wood. What a weird looking train. American Transit. Right, let's get back in my cupboard. Okay. Let's get going. Let's get ready. Let's get ready. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. What? What's wrong with me? It should be called Treeside. We've now got 4.8 miles to go to New York Penn. So this is the M3. We'll see if we can grab an M7 next time, because there is the M7 and M9. I think the M3 is the DLC from memory. Oh, really, Michael? No, no. Just no. The M3's near you. Yeah, but you're... Okay, you can get to London the M3. It goes the other way as well. You get Portsmouth. You're having an overdose of Anton Deck. I've just had my tea. Can't think about Michael being there with not clothes on. Portsmouth the A3. Alright. Could we got flipping Dorset being Judith Chalmers and giving us like tourist information reviews on Linton and Lynmouth in a Discord. Now we got bloody Sally Traffic here with Sim. I've actually got some very loose, like, cotton pyjama trousers on. And a t-shirt. Purely because I know if I wore shorts, I'd be sticking to the leather chair. But the aircon is actually blowing some nice cold air into this room. Right, we have a 45 limit coming up. As we make our way into New York, which is over there in front of us. New York. Probably fans only blow the warm air about. You've got a town on the base of your chair. Which town's that? Any particular town? I've just driven 100. And I just drove 100 miles. And I will drive 100 more. The M3 goes to Southampton as well as London. Any tourist information about Southampton? What to do? Places to go? Places of interest? Now, if you're going to tell us about a place, at least tell us what's going on there. No, after the stream, I should just stick a pair of shorts on and go downstairs and sit in front of a fan. Southampton's the place with the Harry Potter car park. Which the first time, I've said this before, first time I went there, confused the utter hell out of me. You drive into the car park, I went up about 6 levels, parked the car, walked out through Asda and ended up on street level. And I was like, hang on a minute. How am I at street level when I've gone up 6 levels? So from there on in, it was called the Harry Potter car park. Southampton are playing football. Football, is that the game that's played by overpriced idiots, watched by, well, idiots that pay a lot of money to dress like their tribe? Is that the one? You have a tour of the car park. Hey, you can do a car park tour of Doncaster Station car park. Okay, we are 2 miles from New York Penn. And we'll see if we can get an M7 down to Long Island. There's another station, isn't there? Grand Central? Is that the one with the Apple store in? The one that's in all the films? The M7 runs entirely in Scotland. Is this Dorset's new thing now? Are we just going to get random tourist information facts now from Dorset? Well, that's cheery, Stokey. One mile. What is wrong with you lot? An oyster bar? No thanks. There are no motorways in Dorset. Hopefully not. It'll make it really awkward to sit down. I can't sit down. I got a motorway in me. Because that's how he sounds. Hang on a minute. Google says there's no M7 in Scotland. Ooh. Controversial. We got someone challenging. Someone mentions the small disagreement. The second small disagreement. Then yeah, I like auto shenanigans. Schnoodle, 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 schnoodle. Google is right. Hang on, does that mean Dorset is wrong? M7 is in Ireland. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. We know Dorset doesn't know the difference between Bahrain and Dubai. But, you know, Ireland and Scotland, even I know the difference between Ireland and Scotland. Don't ask me the capital of Ireland, that's a whole different conversation, but, you know. Right, we're now arriving in New York Penn. I'm driven in Ireland. We got driven. Limerick, I thought. Thank you, Nigel. I don't know how I'd cope if you weren't here. Tomorrow, by the way, I'm not sticking to time anymore. I notice when it's past. I'm not doing it now. I'm just doing it randomly. Tomorrow, back with some more shenanigans in The Sims. See if we can keep the baby alive. Who knows? That's Wednesday, isn't it? Yes. Thursday night, we have... I can't remember. Farming. Yes, farming on Thursday. That's what threw me. Because we're not doing it Sunday. Framing. Framing Thursday. Getting some wood out. 45-degree miters and stuff. Friday night is music night. No, it's not. Friday night is Wreckfest. I know, I'm getting there. Saturday night is the ETS 2. Well, I'd like to say it's a return of Larwood, but he hasn't ticked yet to say he's actually going to be there. But we're doing ETS 2 anyway. And then Sunday lunchtime, I will be here with something. I might fire up the MSFS and have a bit of a bimble in the skies. We shall see. Or just play something I haven't played for a while. Right, we have arrived. Doors opening. There we go. Right, so what we now need to do is see if we can go and find a train that's leaving here soon. PC Sim. I got really bored with that really quickly. I just couldn't see the end goal for that. It was just one of those. It was just very repetitive. Well, where are you going? Right, what are you? What? 12:33 a.m. Well, it's not because it's light outside. It's 12:33 p.m. The Americans not know time. Where's the front? Over there. Right. Let's do the time warp again. It's just a jump to the left. And then a step to the right. Departs 12:36. Destination Huntington. Where's that? Where's Huntington? It's a Discord only thing, and we'd like to get to know people in the Discord before we let them join in with things. Never play Airport Sim again. Huntington. Hang on, isn't Huntington the one down here? Is this Huntington? That's Hempstead. Where's Huntington? Ting fart. Should we just take it and see where it goes? I'm just going to take it. See where it goes. If it departs in a minute, it's where you go to hunt. Right, let's hello? Well, where's the drivey bit? Hello? that shows it being... What? Oh, hang on. It's okay. Huntingdon is a town in Cambridge. Formerly, it was in Huntingdonshire. Okay. Right. Driver lost his cab. They've lost the cab. Marker lights off. Wiper off. Cab heater off. Fresh air intake. Display. Gauge lights. Cab lights. Headlights. Dim. 12:48. Well, I said 12:36. Okay, it gives us time to work out how to thingy. We'll speed up the time. Has this got an auto thing? Yes. Okay. Right, we know we can charge the brakes. So what we'll do... There's a thing called... Well, it's confusing because it was blocking where I needed to be. Right, what we'll do is we'll come down here. And then we'll speed up the time. Oh, you're going to beep at me. Oh, God, this is... it's alerting me for something. Hello? Cute. Will I press that? Make it stop. It's not working, isn't it? There seems to be an alarm going off that I don't know how to stop. It's indicating. Hang on, I'm going to try closing the doors. Steve is a numpty. It's not me. There isn't a DRA. It's a stupid American thing. There's nothing it can be. Push the alert button. It's not interactive. It's just a screen. We're going to be going in 3 minutes anyway. Let's hope it stops when we actually go somewhere. Welcome aboard. This is why I like the M3, because the M3 doesn't moan at you for doing stuff. Have we got your emergency brakes on? No, brakes are at 50%. Right, we're going to have to go back to normal time. Okay. It's not liking something. Right, unlock doors. Yeah, the brakes now aren't charging, which is handy. I think that's what it is. Hi, Rich T. Welcome to, surprisingly, Steve Can't Drive a Train. I've unlocked the doors. Yeah, brakes aren't charging. And they're showing 0 brake pressure. So, something's happened. That's on max brake. Reverser. Right, I'm going to turn it off. Right, reverse into forward. Right, brakes are charging. Okay. It's all gone quiet now. It's oh so quiet. What are we in now? Is it 9? We're in M9. This can go well. I don't know where we're going on the map. I see we fixed the alerter. We turned it off and turned it on again. I think that was probably the best thing to do. Which I think we should have done in the first place. It's fine. It's okay.
He's okay.
We shall now lock the doors. There's a red signal ahead. I know. I can't go anywhere. Right, we got to stop at Woodside in 4.9 miles. We'll buzz back to the guard. You're going to Truckfest in Ardingly. And now we wait. Are you somehow in the wrong cab? No, because this is the way we came in. Don't make me question that. La 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 la. Doobie doobie doobie. Do 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 do. La 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 la. Doobie doobie doobie. I'm just gonna walk down this end of the train. La 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 la. Gone to Whitby. We're going to we're going to Cleethorpes next month. Have some fish and chips back. See. Why is it so long? Why are you so long? I'm sure I was facing the... I ran across the tracks from the same way we came in. How could I have turned around? Bright eyes. Right. Excuse me. Get out. Right. Master key on. Reverser into forward. Brakes won't charge again. Why won't you? Okay, what's wrong with you? What happened to the other train? Nothing. Shut down the rear. I'm not running way back down there. Oh, I did shut down the rear cab. Yeah, I took the key out. Reversing forward. Keys in. That's on max brake. Okay. Right. Well, no, we'll do it again. Key out. Key in. Reverser into forward. Brakes on maximum. Nothing. I don't know. It can't be the rear cab. I shut it down. I put it into key out. Brake was on. On. I have to go back to the menu. Let's go back to the menu as if nothing ever happened. Has I broken another train? No. No, it was a test. It's fine. We wanted to get down to Long Island anyway, didn't we? So it's okay. Providing Long Beach. That's the one we wanted to do. There we go. We'll take this one. New York Penn to Long Beach. Is there one? Goes. We would have got Huntington. Would have taken us back down the line we wanted to do anyway. I'll have to take the early morning one then, the 7:45. There we go. Yeah, we do apologise for the cancellation in the service. The driver couldn't work out how to get the train going. It's difficult. It's American. It's the charging of the brakes thing. Right. Key on. Brakes are charging. Versus in forward. Marker lights off. Oh, we got headlights. Headlights. Bright. Jesus Christ, they are bright. Okay, maybe not bright. Dim. Hey, you got loads of passengers on there now. Depart 7:42 a.m. Well, it's not, is it? Because it's nearly 7:43 in the a.m. Hello. It'll be fine now. As long as the brakes don't lose pressure, we're okay. Stop at Long Beach. What? It's a non-stop trip. Really? Oh, okay. No, fine. No, we're going to do it. So it's an express service to Long Beach. I wanted to do a stopping service. We only stopped at 3 places on the way in from Rokinomi. And now we got to do a 20-mile dash down to Long Beach. It doesn't tell you if it's a stopping service. I just got excited. I thought, right, that's where I want to go. We'll take that. You can't always blame me. Well, you can, and quite often probably do, but that's not the point. I did, at least, look, I got it to move. Look, don't come here with your logic. What we could do is stop. No, we can't. We're not. Look, it's just, it won't take long. 45 minutes. 45 minutes to do 20 miles. How's that going to be a thing? When we're about to do 60. How is it going to, that timing's got to be out, surely. It should be like a 20-minute run. At 60 miles an hour. See, I did some quick maths. Or math, if you're American. Why did I say math? Surely you can't be serious. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. Right, go. Freight does take priority over passengers because freight pays for the tracks. So Amtrak trains pull over in laybys and wait when freight stuff is moving. I call you Barbara. It's fine. Look, we're moving. That's more than we were doing 5 minutes ago. I blame you lot. Not telling me soon enough that I was in the wrong end of the train. It's entirely your fault. Yeah, I can't see how it's going to take 45 minutes to do this run. Unless it's going to hold me somewhere. Hold me now. It likes beeping at me as well. I don't like beepy trains. Stop beeping at me. It is quite tunnel-like. So this must come out and go under the river. Yes, oh great, it's him. Okay, it's only going to take 20 minutes, but we better put 45 just in case. I did see a mod earlier that will auto cancel the alarms in this. I never put AWS on in trains, but this is just on by default. There we go, we are out of the tunnel. That's the only way you can get the license, to actually have the... Yeah, it's not too nannying. Again, this is one of those routes. I think it'd be good to have more coming out of New York Penn. This would be a, you know, one of those situations a bit like Birmingham where you could almost just keep adding layers to it. Am I your nan? I don't think so. Because I think in reality this line coming out of here would be quite busy. And obviously line going back in, because they go both ways. Uzziah Gouge Clogney. What? Is the heat getting to Trent? Yeah, we've got 17 miles to go. Are you sure? You got the second bit right, Trent. Gurgoey Clooney. Welcome to life with a Trent. Hopefully we can get a stopping service maybe back in. If this doesn't take 45 minutes to get down to Long Island, Long Beach. I do know what you mean. There's another train, that's something. So there must be actual express service going all the way out here. Oh, I did say on the way in from the other place, I'd imagine on a Friday night, if this is like where people go for the weekend, imagine these services are absolutely packed. I think Trent needs a keyboard with bigger keys. No, I think there isn't anything that would stop that. So we're in M7 now. The non-motorway. The one that is or isn't in Scotland or Ireland or somewhere. I can't remember what we actually established from that. You should be so lucky, Trent. He uses the right keys. Not necessarily in the right order. Well, we found an M7. Thing is, what we want then is an M9 to complete the set. Alright, let's speed up a bit then. Still think it's going to take us another 38 minutes to do 15 miles. I don't know how. Especially at these speeds. Because we're in express. We shouldn't get held up by much. We'd like to think not anyway. Because we're not going via Jamaica. Are we going via Jamaica? No, I think we turned off. Or does this go out to Jamaica? No, I think this goes to Jamaica and then turns off. It's definitely a long train. I suppose no different really to like a 12 car here, but we wouldn't see those on commuter services. Some of the Thameslink ones that go through London are quite long, but they're going through London. They're not just... Although I suppose if you're thinking about this, this is like London Overground, but longer. 56 minutes and 12 stops. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, but it would have been a stopping service. At this rate, I don't think we're going to get time to get down there and then do a stopping service back. It likes beeping at you every like 12 seconds, doesn't it? Ah, we've got a yellow. Okay, and then a 40 coming up. In 1.8 of the distances. Then we got another yellow. What we don't want really is a red, because that means stop in the name of love. That's a building with a train. Imagine living in the bottom flat of that. Blimey. Or apartment, as they call them in America. It's a flat. Yeah, there is a red down here as well. Blimey. Look, I'm not at the 40 yet. Why are you... The 40's all the way down there. Oh, it does like to mother you, doesn't it? It's like, come on. I'm 500 yards from the 40, but it's like, no, you may be doing 40 now. If it's 500 yards away. Alright, so here's the 40, then we've got a 20, then we've got a red. And that's going to be the bit where it's either going to just sit me and make me wait for like 20 minutes. Oh, will you stop? Stop it. Why do they slow me down so far in advance? Oh, will you stop doing it? Really? Right, I'm doing 12. Is this where we go off down the branch line then, I'm guessing? So we're waiting for something to come up it. Don't beep at me. Are we going? We're not crossing over here. Hang on now. The red's moved now to the other side of this next station. Oh, this is Jamaica. Is this Jamaica? Yeah, it's just taking us through Jamaica. So why not stop at Jamaica then? Every time we do this, there's those little two-car units over there that I just wish that there was a route that just did the little two cars, because they're so cute, rather than the chuffing great big long thing that we've got here. Yeah, little two car over there. The technical term. Seems to be a train in front of us. Um, why would it let you get that close? Things we got the green now, but we can't go anywhere because oh no, there we go. Right, now I've got to be careful because unless that's going to the same place I am, no, we got a red now, the other end of the platform. Thank you, Sim. I'll say otherwise we'd be following that out. I love when I went to Brussels how close the trams were to each other, and you just think, how good are the points? and how good's the system to know that, you know, two trams going to two different places are like 10 feet apart, and yet the points, there's enough room for the points to switch. How does this work when they're that close together? Oh no, okay, we've got a yellow. Well, we've still got 11 miles to go. And then we got a 30, then an 80. I'm certainly intrigued. To see how it thinks this is going to take us another 29 minutes to do 11 miles. Can you imagine how busy this would be in reality with trains coming in and going out? It's pretty a bit like Clapham Junction, I should imagine, because it's a bit of a major hub coming out of New York. And I don't know any information about Train Sim World 6 yet, but if the format stays as it has done the last couple of years, and, you know, we get a new British route, a new German route, and a new American route, I just hope the American route we get is more exciting than, well, the last one we got, and the German route's more exciting than Frankfurt-Fulda. And the UK route's more exciting than East Coast Main Line. You think I'm going to get a lot of reds between here and Long Beach? Depends on where that other train went. The Tadami. Well, I think that originally was planned to come out for Train Sim World 5. The Tadami line. What was the one we had in Train Sim Classic? That was the Shakira, what do we call it, line. That was really good. Yeah, or whether we won't get one, or might we get a 4-line release? No. We will find out over the next, what, 2 weeks, I should imagine. And I should imagine in probably 4 weeks' time we will have Train Sim World 6. I'm loving the variety of UK routes we've got in this now. I've got my favourites, obviously. I'm looking forward to the Great Western Express enhancement thing they're going to do. Wasn't the Shakira line? No, the Shakira one was the little tiny commutery type train. Or has the Tadami line been out in Train Sim Classic? I can't remember, there's so many routes. I was very tempted the other weekend to actually reinstall Train Sim Classic, but there's nothing new. I think the main focus has been this. Yeah, my thought is that should have been there for the whole point, that going down to Richmond. I still think, you know, we are going to get the Richmond extension. I still think it's a shame it doesn't go to Clapham. I think that would just make it a lot more interesting to have it go as far as Clapham, and then have that integrated then in with London Commuter, so that you'd see those services in and around Clapham. Why is it not slowing me to this? I agree, Sim. I think some more overseas, I'd like to see Indian railways or Australian stuff. Give us some more stuff from around the globe. But problem is, it's having people that can develop that, isn't it? It's certainly getting bigger. Dovetail seems to be growing, and despite people are going to moan when 6 comes out that they're only money grabbing. Well, you don't have to buy it. It's a simple thing. But I think it's going to continue to grow. It is licensing. That's the biggest hurdle, is licensing. I can't see the negatives. If I was a train company and knowing how big train sim or train sims are, yeah, but it is going to be Train Sim World 6. So that's the thing. Train Sim Classic is going to change though, isn't it? That's not going to be numbered anymore. I can't see why train companies wouldn't want their company in things like this. I was surprised by the Manchester Commuter. I was expecting that to be not great, if I'm honest. And it was actually quite good. And I love the fact that we have got lots of companies doing stuff now. Who knows what we're going to get with Train Sim World 6? Who knows what features we're going to get with Train Sim World 6? Even the ambassadors are saying multiplayer. And I think, I've said this before, what I'd like to see... Oh, for God's sake, really? Why are you slowing me down to like 20? What I'd like to see is something like we've got in OMSI. Virtual train companies is what I'd like. Yeah, for me, I think what they've done... No, that's the problem, Nigel. I think... Well, how many times have you seen me do conductor mode? It's something to do once, and I don't think you'd do it again. Yeah. It's got no appeal to me because I want to drive the trains. You don't fire a bombsy and then sit in the back of the bus, do you? For multiplayer, yes, I could see having someone in MP with you and having them be the conductor and you be the driver. I think that would be interesting, and that I'd certainly do. Take it in, in turns of people in the community each week, have them in voice. Be difficult from the driving point of view for them to do it, but have someone be a conductor each time. But what I'd like to see is, why are you slowing me down to 15 miles an hour? Yeah, some sort of multiplayer, even if it's not that you see the train on the track in front of you, because I know that could be difficult to implement, but something along the ilk of an OMSI style virtual train company. Well, that's a suggestion. When you fire up a new route for the first time, to get everything loaded in, the best thing you can do, if you're in no hurry, is do a full line run as a passenger. Just sit back, be a passenger, and let everything load in. Why am I doing 15 miles an hour? Is this why it's going to take me another 20 minutes to do 7 miles? It's saying my line speed, I've got an 80 limit coming up. Yet it's restricting me to 15. Yeah, it's slowing me down. So yeah, hopefully the next week, I think, end of next week, Dovetail will be announcing publicly what's coming in Train Sim World 6. And then we'll get a release date, which I think, based on the last year, will be like first 2 weeks in September. Like 4 weeks time, maybe. There will be. I know that is the case. So again, core features. Right. So now we can speed up, but I shouldn't be ahead of time. Unless it is just keeping me to time now. I've got an 80 limit. I was hoping to do another passenger run where we actually, you know, stopped. Tomorrow night, by the way, back with some more of The Sims 4, continuing our moderator household, where last time we had a baby, and it was quite amusing seeing who would take care of the baby and draw themselves away from the PCs. This time we'll carry on, see if we can get the baby to be like crawling and waddling around stage, so that could be interesting. Thursday night we've got some farming, changing up a bit this week. Farming on Thursday. Yes, Trent. Yeah, but that keeps jumping around the place. Friday night is Wreckfest. Only a couple of us for Wreckfest, it would seem, on Friday. Hopefully no one drops out. And then Saturday night is ETS2. And then Sunday might do some flying or something, Sunday lunchtime. 4 idiots and a baby. Yes. Well, I looked at the Pets DLC because someone suggested getting a dog. But it's like 20 quid. And I don't think that The Sims is something I'm going to continue on with. It's not going to be like a fortnightly thing or, you know, a 3 weeks thing. I've done it for a couple of times because it's been a bit of fun. But yeah, I don't think it's something I'll continue on with. I think it is going to it's going to take another 17 minutes to do these 5 miles, isn't it? Yeah, you won't be getting Sims 5 anytime soon. I'll say the multiplayer thing was amusing when we did it. Where we have multiple people, everyone's controlling their own characters. That is a pig to set up, though. I think we confirmed there wasn't a Sims 5 on Horizon for a long time. Well, yeah, because it's still making money out of Sims 4. Why do you think they keep putting back GTA 6? Because they're making so much money out of GTA 5. It's been one of those around for a while, though, Amy Lou. There seems to be a train in front of us again, but everyone just looks like an action man. No one wants to see me naked. Oh, yeah. Well, you were close to that today. It was only after I posted that pic I realised how revealing those shorts were. So this is what's been slowing us down then. There's been train in front of us that we got to wait for. And I think this is the point. Let's have a look. Where we go off down here. I think to... No. No, it's down the next one we go. Thank you. Yeah, you think that's the reason, Sim? Yeah, I think it's still popular. That's the thing. Where's this? Where's that train going in front of us? Far Rockaway. So surely this shouldn't be. You wouldn't get the trains this close. Another one coming in the other way now. So obviously we're not going anywhere. Until that train in front of us goes. Hang on. Let's have a look at when's it due out. Is that going to change to be a departure board at any point? 9:07. West Hempstead. Well, that's not that one then, is it? West what? Okay. Is this broken? Current status, stop off path. So it stopped because of a flipping thing. So it stopped because of a red. So it can't go anywhere. It wants to go down here. But there's another red there. Why isn't it going then? Its path's clear. Hang on, it's going. Is it going the same way as we are? Yeah, it's going where we are. You get like 30 seconds to look. Yeah, stop off path. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go... There we go. Let's just do that. That was my route. Oh yeah, yeah, that was my route, wasn't it? Not his route. But it wasn't going to go anywhere. We just moved out of the way slightly. It's fine. Alright, it's now not telling me how long I've got to go to my destination because I kicked that train out of the way. Well, yeah, me saying I can't see how it's going to take 45 minutes to do 15 miles or 21 miles. It seems as though it is going to take that long. Right, I wonder if that was the train that was holding us up, we might get a bit of a quicker run now. Yeah, I should imagine there's some trains, Michael, you probably do want to remove. Say the joys of working in a customer-facing environment. I'm not speeding. Stop beeping at me. Right, 1.2 miles. We got a 40. Yes. Then we got a fork off. So I'll start slowing down now before it starts whinging at me. Three, 42, 41. Replacement coaches from York to Edinburgh. Oof. What if Peanut would have been doing that? It'd have been in his element. That's what he does, replacement coach driving. They must spend a fortune on that. Train companies. Right. Through here, make our way down towards... Where are we going? Long Beach. I think the railway industry, a bit like any sort of industry like that, that's, you know, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, pretty much. You've got to be committed. It's got to be in your blood. And I think it's one of those industries where, you know, if you start out in it from day one and you get used to the fact that you're working, you know, mornings, late, Saturdays, Sundays, and the days of the week are irrelevant, then you're used to it. I had years of working, you know, Saturdays, and it just became second nature. And you know, it's quite nice to have a day off in the week. Now, I wouldn't dream of working a job that involved a Saturday or Sunday, or, you know, 1 minute past 5 p.m. But it is, we got on one last year somewhere, up near Matlock, wherever it was, a bus replacement, train replacement bus thing. And if, you know, if you're not in a hurry to get somewhere, then it's just part of the journey, isn't it? It's fine. But I should imagine in those times where you've either got a connection to make, or, you know, you just want to get on a train and get to your destination, having to get off at some point and go and get on a coach, then sit on a coach, and then get back on another train to carry on your journey. I just... Right, I now don't know how far it is to the end destination. Because it's no longer coming up on the screen. Yeah, we were interrupting the driver's sleep. Yeah, he was thinking, no one's going to want to get on here. Oh, crap. You work 9 hours a day every 4 days. Yeah, a mate of mine went through... doing continental shifts, his was 3 on, 3 off. So his was 12-hour days. Did 3 days, then 3 days off. Because there's someone else on the opposite shift doing the 3 days he wasn't doing. And he quite liked that, because you have a long day, then you have a middle long day, and then it's one long day and you've got 3 days off. 4 on, 4 off. So you do a shorter day than me, yet the most you do in a row is 4. So you do end up doing a rolling cycle though, didn't you? So you might work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off, and then you Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off, and then do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you get used to it, I suppose. Yeah, problem is everyone's gonna, that way it's fairer, isn't it? Because everyone's gonna want weekends off. That same mate of mine worked for Honda here in Swindon and loved the earlies shift. Everyone hated lates, because no one liked finishing like at midnight. But people like working nights. The people where I work now work nights, love it. Hate it being on days, like working nights. Niece's husband worked for Rover, I don't know if he still does, and they would only do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night. They wouldn't do a Friday night. So if you're on nights, you're only doing 4 night shifts. Day shift did 5 shifts, night shift did 4 shifts. So he would finish at like 6 a.m. on a Friday morning and wouldn't go back in again until 10 p.m. on Monday night. Sorry, Land Rover now. He worked for Rover, now Land Rover. So you don't go back in again until 10 p.m. on a Monday night. So I used to go up there for the weekend, or if I was staying up there, then he'd come in from work at like 6 on a Friday morning, get a couple of hours kip, get up at like 10, have all day Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all day Monday, and just be tired Monday night. You know, stay up all night Monday night, and then go to bed Tuesday morning. Again, that's what I said, Michael, and it's one of those things. If it's it's a passion you've got, it's one of those industries where I think if you get in young, and then your life is built around the shift patterns, and it becomes the norm, then you're used to it. Yeah, again, that used to be the thing with Rover, if you want a rotating shift. So yeah, you do a week of earlies, a week of lates, a week of nights. I still don't know. I don't think the company I'm at is the one I'm going to be at when I retire. I'm still at a point where I want to do something new again. I want to see my, last number of years doing something that is more important than the thing I'm doing now. I looked at network rail jobs. Thing is, it's the hours now. I've got so used to having weekends off, finishing at 5 p.m. I wouldn't want to be working till 11 o'clock, midnight, 1 in the morning, Saturdays, Sundays. No. Right. Across the bridge. And then the slow crawl in. I just want to find me not a rich man. Find me someone I can share bits of my life with, that's got a job, that's got similar interests to me, doesn't want to go jetting off around the world, doesn't want to go out clubbing and pubbing, but do the similar things that I have been doing the last couple of years, going out and doing something. One day my man will arrive. It's only a slow bridge. I can see why it's only single track though. So yeah, that did take 45 minutes or so to do 20 miles. I was like, nah, it ain't going to take that long. It is. We're going to have to, what we'll do is we'll jump back in the menu when we eventually get down here and see if we can find something. It's one of those routes now that it's like the time we've got isn't enough to really explore the route. You know, I was saying before that I hope with Train Sim World 6, I don't think it will be the case, you know, it opens us up to longer routes. That's tougher for the streams. Something short like Nico. He is short and fat. Really? You stopped me. We'll be seeing him in 6 weeks' time. First time since March. The last we saw Nico was when we went to the Isle of Wight. And Trenty. Yeah. It's the longest we've been. Last year we were doing stuff like every month. It seemed like I was seeing Trent and Nico and our ex-comrades. Oh God. After Doncaster, who knows? Well, no, exactly. I said I would genuinely like to do something Christmas. The last 3 years I've gone into London on either Christmas Eve or a couple of days before Christmas Eve. I think the weekend before Christmas would be good to do something. And then I would like to do something for my birthday in February. I've looked at the ferry to Spain, and there is one that goes to Spain day after my birthday, so on the Tuesday. Right. So we won't get a train back out of here because it's slow going. We'll see if there's like a 20-25 minute run somewhere we can take, and hopefully there's a stopping service that we can do. Birmingham was nice. We did that a couple of years ago, I think. We did a Birmingham Christmas market. We were up in actually 2 years ago. We were in York. I meet up in York. I like Birmingham. I spent a lot of my drunken years in Birmingham every weekend. I do like it. But London's got a lot going on as far as transport's concerned. What date is Doncaster? 27th of... You were in? Oh no, you said you can... and 27th of September. It started off as 18 people signed up for Doncaster. I think the way we're going, there's going to be about 8. So rather numbers go up as we've got closer, numbers have dwindled as we've got closer. It's fine to be more of an intimate weekend. Right, so we made it down to here. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to going back to York Railway Museum. We rushed round it. We went a couple of years ago. And I've never done locomotion. It's a pain with locomotion. Because of the times of the trains, we've got about an hour and a half to do both sheds. So that's going to be quite rushed, which means I'm going to have to go back to locomotion at some point. Well, I think it's not, locomotion isn't as big as York. And we're going to Cleethorpes on the Friday as well for fish and chips. Fish and chips by the sea. Doncaster's where we're staying. So using it as a base. So staying in a hotel in Doncaster. So going there on the Friday. Train to Cleethorpes on the Friday night. Fish and chips on the sea. Back to Doncaster. Saturday is train to York. Railway Museum. Back to Doncaster for meal. With all of us in the pub. Sunday then is train up to Shildon. Do locomotion. Back to Doncaster. Home. So Doncaster just the base, basically. Why didn't I come up with an alert? Is Streamlabs broken? Tiger, 6 months. Thank you very, very much indeed. 6 months has gone so quick. Yes, putting up with you for that amount of time seems to have gone quite quick as well. You broke it. You did. Right, New York Penn to Babylon. Babylon. We will end with that one on an M9 then. 6 months, still needs a haircut. We shall see how long it is. Yeah, I think Streamlabs is broken. The alerts aren't making noise. Liam, thank you very much for that. 48 of the months. That's a long time. Thank you, Liam. Right, into forward. Brakes charging. Yeah, we don't mention the other 48 months. Look, there are some people that hate me and then come back. There are some people that hate me and don't. Just saying. Right, headlights to dim, tail lights, marker lights to off. There we go. Yeah, Streamlabs noises seem to be broken. They were fine. Someone subscribed something earlier on. No one's done anything. Yeah, bye then. Are we actually, hang on. We're stopping at Woodside and Jamaica. So we haven't really stopped that many times tonight, have we? So much for it. Yeah, I like a commuter service. A nice commuter run, lots of stopping services. No. You've been, well, on and off, Liam. We'll call it an on and off. You've been around for the longest. I think the two people that have been around, certainly for the life of Discord, are Larwood and Ed. Ed was here from Google Plus. Larwood was here from Google Plus. You have been, you were as well, I think, but you obviously you left and came back again. You're not getting your long service. I used to like the Google Plus. Because Discord's been going, what, 9 years now? God, Jesus Christ, that makes it. When did... I'm going to have to do some research now as to when I started doing it. I'm not sure if... Is next year 10 years on YouTube? Someone I watched yesterday has been doing it for 2 years and has just got to 100,000 subscribers. I was like, yeah, it's taken a while. I've been doing it for 10. I'm at 8,500 subscribers. Right, Woodside, 4.7 miles. As I've always said, I was never doing this for the fame, the fortune, the money. The person, well, one of the people that made me want to do this, that's still doing this, the way that they treated their community made me never want to be like that. So I'm actually really glad that we stayed like a little small niche corner of the internet. Weirdos find us, some stay, some don't. The furry one, yeah. See, that train's just stuck in that tunnel. There's definitely something wrong somewhere. So I don't know what route to do next week. In the next couple of weeks. I think as we get closer to Train Sim World 6, it's going to be easier to be able to end out Train Sim World 5. So if, for example, we get a route in 6 that maybe is a continuation of something we've got in 5, then I know my last stream in 5 would then link up with what will be the first stream in 6, if that makes any sense. But until I know... On the road, blimey. Some of those old YouTube videos are scary. I joined YouTube on the 8th November 2007. Well, that's when I joined YouTube. That's not when I first put out content. I don't know if my first video is still out there. I think it was the hovercraft at Southsea. I had to post videos in Assetto Corsa, but I think they were private. I don't even think they're still there. And then the first OMSI one, it's got to be 8 years. Or is it 9? I don't know. Scary. What? Susan clip is 8 years next month. I need to pencil that in. So I need to recreate that. Susan's 8th birthday. Hovercraft vid's still there. I think I've done 2. 14 years ago. There must have been a gap then. So what was the first OMSI video? That's got to be 8 years. Assetto in 2015. Whoa, hang on. So in 9 days' time, that's 10 years. Holy crap. First OMSI was 9 years. Yeah, it was a while between doing the Assetto stuff and then creating content. It was Bodenham. As you were 16, it must have been made for kids. I was so nervous in those first videos, and the microphone, which I've still got, was actually sat on the desk, so I was a long way away from it. First TT, so 27th of March 2016, so that was the first video after Assetto Corsa. Sorry, 2nd of March. ETS2, sorry, March 27th, 2016. So if I'm still doing this in March, that took a long time, Liam. So yeah, I think Streamlabs is a bit delayed. So yes, if I'm still doing this in March, then I'll have to do, that'd be 10 years. Holy crap. Yeah, Overcraft was 14 years ago. That's a long delay from posting something to it appearing, Trent. Yeah, I think Streamlabs is having some issues tonight. Which means the credits won't work probably. It's alright. Out of these three trains, which I think I did say last time as well, I think my favourite is the M3 because it's less nanny-like. My first room tour was 2016. Really? I didn't. Holy, that one, there wasn't a lot in that one, was there? Thing is, this room pretty much looks exact. No, the last room tour, I think the Discord screen was on my left, and it was my old gaming rig, the one that's downstairs now. So that's got to be 4 years ago. That's when I did the tour around the house as well. The M9 goes from Edinburgh to Dunblane. Yeah, I think I did a tour of the stuff in the bedroom, stuff in the living room, stuff in the kitchen. It was a weird one. It wasn't just a room tour, it's like a house tour. House looks exactly the same. Right, Woodside. Do you want to be an estate agent? God, no. There's one video on one of the YouTube channels, because there are three, which is the Walking in the New Forest one, where I did a bit of editing. That's the sort of video I really enjoyed doing that, because it was vlog style, and I really enjoyed having the thought into how I was going to put it together. That's the sort of thing I would like to do more of. Not me in front of the camera, but me behind the camera. I like watching that style of video as well. Sort of travel vloggy. Yeah, I do quite like that one. It's just me wandering in the New Forest, near where the folks' ashes are, actually. Down at Standing Hat. I think it even includes the mighty Mondeo. Right, well, we got passengers. passengers are getting on and off, which hasn't happened that much this evening. Yeah, I bought that gimbal thing off the guy at work, which I took to that vintage tractor show we went to back in February, but I felt so like conscientious about wandering around a busy show with the gimbal. I'm stuck. I can't. Hello? Well, if I could go forward, I would. I couldn't go. I couldn't go. There was a baldy. We can see the back of the head, but we couldn't go anywhere near him. But yeah, I had all these big ideas years ago, didn't I? About a YouTube channel just to put the Twitch streams on, a YouTube channel for other people within the community that didn't want to do YouTube specifically themselves, but wanted to record a video that I would then put up on that third channel. And I think one person did. And I think the Streams and Stuff channel has got like about 3 videos on it. It's just, oh yeah, this thing is going to grow bigger and better, and I need, no, Chris Brown, the guy from South Africa that was part of the community then. It was an amazing guy. Really, really nice guy that unfortunately I was forced to kick out of the community. Not my choice. He did some videos, and then the people that made me kick him out of the community left themselves. But yeah, those other 2 YouTube channels are still there. I think that's where the vloggy one is, on Streams and Stuff. I don't think it's on the main channel. Yeah, all those people that have come and gone in the last 9 years, how this place has evolved and changed. And it continues to evolve and change. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's public. And every time key people leave the community, I go, oh crap. But we've had this discussion after some of the streams, but every time it's happened, and it happened like 6 years ago, it happened, 5 years ago, it happened fairly recently, and the instant thing is, well, that's one of the regulars gone, but then other people step into the limelight. We got people now that are being able to join the streams that weren't them because the regulars were joining the streams. And I'm actually really looking forward to what's coming and what we're going to be doing as a community, and how someone else joining in will bring an extra something or a different something to the madness in voice or the gaming we do and stuff. It's definitely there. One's called Sims and Friends, one's called Streams and Stuff. If someone reminds me after the stream, give me 10 minutes, I'll post a link if I can. I don't think there are many videos on there, or on either of them. It won't let you post a link in chat, Liam. Only mods can. Okay. Nico sent me a picture of the present that he's... not Nico. Michael sent me a picture of the present that he's bought for Nico. Okay. Is all I can say. Good luck with that one. It's probably to the right scale, though. Sims Friends, is that what it's called? Are you sure that's the right one? Batteries included. Okay, what about streams and stuff then? There's 4 videos from Chris. Yeah, he's the only one that did them. He was an awesome guy. He's still around. He's still on Steam. Because he was in a bus company as well. He's pretty much running the bus company at one point. There you go. Streams and stuff. There you go. Cheers, Trent. So yeah, somewhere on that streams and stuff one then is the vlog from the New Forest. Which I really like that video. Where it starts out of me, I think, sat outside the caravan I was staying in down the New Forest. And ends up me just talking crap, walking round the New Forest. I can't remember what I was talking about. I did a tour of the caravan. Did I? Or was that where it started? And then I went and got in the car. You subscribed to both. I wouldn't expect to see any new content out on either of them, but thank you, Michael. Two years ago. Really? It can't be 2 years ago. I wasn't on my own doing vlogging 2 years ago. I had a weirdo 2 years ago. I have to look at the channel now. I reckon that was before COVID. Because that was the last time I went away to the New Forest. September 22. So Mum's birthday. Oh, I could have been down there in the New Forest. Yeah, that would explain why I was down there then, because that's Mum's birthday. So that was 2 years after she went. I've just had an email that Tiger subscribed to my YouTube. Really? They'll be notified when I upload a video. There's no pictures of me in shorts on them, don't worry. That's what got Michael. Oh, there we go. Tiger just subscribed. Wow, that's 21 minutes behind. Thank you, Tiger. Yeah, the video in our chat room for our York meetup, there was a discussion that Michael posted about. I said I can wear shorts at work, so I posted a picture of me in my shorts at work in our York meetup chat earlier, and Michael got a bit excited. Well, you never know. There might be something on. The thing is, I think if I was to do anything vloggy, it'd probably just go out on the main channel now. But thanks. I wouldn't expect to see any content like on either of them anytime soon. No. Thankfully, I sit in a corner out the way. Be a vlogger. I said I really enjoyed doing that wandering around the New Forest thing because there's not many people around. You just got to have the confidence to just talk and not care who's around you, really. Which I can do it here with no problem at all. You know, I've done the whole, Brian and Margaret thing amongst people when I'm out. I don't care. So whether my confidence level's higher now than it was then, I'd like to do something just as a trial. So maybe next time I go away somewhere, well, I might be going to London a week on Saturday. I was going to ask in the Discord if someone wanted to tag along, but so I might maybe do something then. Little vlog from London. Do a stream from the hotel. Blimey, can you imagine that again? A whole bear? They're making a hole in a bear. Beer. A lot of comedians will drink before they get on stage. A lot of people will have that performance nerves. I don't get that anymore. I used to get really nervous before the stream. The last time I got nervous on a stream was one of the entertainment streams. Thank you, Nigel, because I put a lot of effort into that and I was really nervous. I know now from doing them that I won't do them again. I've got it out of my system. But I don't get nervous. I think if people at work, thankfully, when I first joined, people were watching some of the content. Nobody now does, because I think anybody now I'm a completely different person than I am at work. You get nervous about phoning people. I never used to like being on the phone. My old job, I was on the phone all day. Didn't mind it. Came to this job, I'm not on the phone as much, and the people I do speak to are work colleagues mainly. If I've got to deal with a supplier, I'll email them. It was only our ex-comrade that had me on the phone as much. You know, I spend a couple of hours a day some days just chatting on the phone. So now it's fine. Obviously it hasn't happened for the last couple of months, but again, I used to do it because I had to do it for work. Like, you know, booking a car in. I used to book the old man's car in. I booked the vans in for servicing. Not a problem. Nowadays, not that I'm falling into the trap of doing everything online, but even the garage that I've dealt with the last, 15 years, they've got an online portal to book servicing MOTs. So I just do that. So a lot of stuff I do for work is done online. A lot of stuff you do in real, ordering stuff, you don't ring up anymore. Even food, you don't ring up a takeaway like I used to have to do. It's done online. So I think that because less of it happens, you get out of practice at it and it becomes more of a chore at doing it. But I say, because of the ex-comrade talking on the phone a lot, and even doing this, and the fact that we'll be invoiced before the streams, we'll stay invoiced after the streams, and just sit and chat, that relaxes you and your nerves go. And I don't care anymore. Some people just don't like making phone calls though. They'd rather do something by texting or emailing or apping rather than getting on the phone. But that's one of the things I am thankful to our ex-comrade for, was to chatting on the phone. And I said before, not being melancholy, that's the bit I miss from having them in my life, was that daily contact and daily communication, and how was your day, and that you don't really get the same thing by texting someone as just having a 10-minute chat. Anyway, there we go. A trip on Long Island Railroad commuter is done. Don't know what line to do next week, so we are getting towards the end of Train Sim World 5, and in 4 weeks' time we're going to have Train Sim World 6. So we've only got like 3 streams, and depending on how early I can show you Train Sim World 6. I can't see it being a week early, maybe a couple of days. So we might only have 3 streams left in Train Sim World 5. So maybe what I'll do is the last... Why don't you do all the Train Sim World 5 routes? Well, no. Well, I think what I'll do for the last one is by then we'll know what routes we're getting in 6. So for the last one, I'll do something that hopefully may link up with one of the ones in 6. So, you know, again, this is I don't know. I know nothing about 6. But if, for example, we did get Milton Keynes to Birmingham, hypothetically, then I would do London to Milton Keynes in 5. And then when we do 6, the first one I would do is Milton Keynes to Birmingham. It has trains, and it could be called Train Sim World 6, yeah. So we'll see. We've got a couple of weeks, though, before that happens. Again, I'll bring you news when I'm allowed to bring you news on Train Sim World 6. I am looking forward to seeing what's coming myself. I don't know anything yet. So there we go. Thanks to you lot in chat for keeping me company for the last 2 hours and 20 minutes. And for those of you that subscribe to the channels with nothing on. I'd be interested. Anyone's interested in doing it. I said it's a video that I'd like to do more of. So if you can, watch my little vloggy thing where I'm walking in the New Forest. The one that has me starting and stopping the car and going, oh crap, because I've parked in the wrong place. Let me know what you think. And if you think you'd like to see more of me do that, because I would like to do more than that. But I only like doing things when I know people want to see more of it. So if you can do me a favour and do that, that'd be great. So thanks to you lot in chat for doing that and for listening to me talk crap as normal for the last 2.5 hours. There's more of it tomorrow in The Sims 4. Sexy legs. I'm glad you put legs there, Michael. No. Sims 4 tomorrow. Thursday night farming. Friday night is Wreckfest. Saturday night is ETS2. Sunday lunchtime I'll be here with something. Maybe whipping Miss Cessna out. And then more stuff back next week. I think I might be here on the Monday next week as well. So there we go. Thanks to you lot then. If the credits work, we will run the credits. They are working. Thanks to Tigger for resubscribing. Okay, forgot Liam then. And Liam. And the moderation team for doing nothing. Why did it... It's because it's that far behind, isn't it? Blimey. So yes, Tigger resubscribed and so did Liam. Thank you guys for that. Much appreciated. It's night. It hasn't even come up yet. It's running about half an hour late. But like trains. There we go. I'll be back tomorrow night to watch some people do things with a baby. Hopefully keep it alive. Until then, if you have been, thanks very much for watching.